Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Hypocrisy. My name is Razan and I'm going to be your host today. Today I'm joined by.
Hey guys, I'm Ahmed.
Hi guys, I'm Lana.
Hey guys, I'm Fatima.
So, today we're going to be talking about the 12 laws of the universe.
But before we do that, we need you to know that you've been manifesting everything that you have in your life today through these laws, whether you know it or not.
Like, I'm not sure that a lot of people know about the laws of the universe, but I'm sure that when you
Yeah,
hear them, you'll be like, I've been doing that. That makes
exactly.
total sense.
It's relatable.
So, the first law is the law of divine oneness, which mainly means that we're all connected through creation. That means like every single particle that makes you up is also a part of the universe. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and everything we do has a ripple effect on others.
Hmm.
So basically, every choice or belief you have has an impact on the world, on your friends, your family. And it might take a while to manifest, or you might never even discover that it has occurred. Or sometimes it's immediate and obvious.
I mean, I guess this explains like a lot of like, for example, beliefs, like for example, astrology. Like, we're
Yeah,
all connected. Like, I am connected to a specific zodiac sign or a
zodiac
specific
sign.
planet, you know?
No,
Yeah,
but
Yeah,
the law of divine oneness kind of means that like we're kind of all one, as in we all make up the universe. You know, a lot of people
yeah,
think
we're
that
all interconnected.
exactly that the universe is just like the Milky Way and we live and we die and life goes on, but it's actually not like that. You in yourself, your aura is a part of the universe, and when you die, that part, that aura dies with you. And the only reason why the universe is somewhat balanced is because every single day when people die, there's new people that are born, and so it kind of
Mhm.
just balances out. That's what it
Yeah.
means.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you're saying like, is this kind of like reincarnation, but not exactly?
Exactly. It's kind of like that we're all connected. That like that anything I do, anything that I am has a direct effect on the people around me. And since it has a direct effect on the people around me, then it has a direct effect on the people around them. And since we're all connected in a way or another, what I do will in a way, whether implicitly or explicitly, affect everyone.
yeah. I understand what you mean.
Okay, so the second law, it's one of my favorite laws, I'll be honest. It's the law of vibration. And I think I've explained this to some of you a few times, but I just think it's the coolest thing ever. So, like,
Yeah, you've
basically, it
actually
just,
explained it to me.
yeah. So, basically, everything in the world has its own frequency or vibration, as in, like, even your thoughts, your emotions, your laugh, the way you talk, it has a certain frequency and a certain vibration. And that's why when you meet someone, you're like, I vibe with them, you are actually on the same level of vibration with them. And that just blows my mind. And it's like,
Oh
it's
my
also
god,
like,
that's actually really cool. I never thought
mhm,
of it that way.
And it's accurate, you know? It's like
yeah,
when
Yeah,
you find and connect with like-minded people, it's like you're on the same wavelength and it's because of your similar vibration, and that's just really cool.
exactly.
yeah, and it makes sense.
And if you're on a certain vibration, you can't attract things that are on a higher vibration or a lower vibration. You only attract things that are on the same level. And yeah.
I mean, I guess like it does make a lot of sense because like some people
Hmm.
you just like can't vibe with, you know? Like it's
Yeah.
like you're trying, but you just can't.
Or
Yeah.
sometimes you just don't want the same things in life, or you don't see things the same way. And you just look
Mm-hmm.
at a person, you're like, I can't believe they think like that. I can't believe they see the world that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyways, so the third law is the law of correspondence. This one's actually really cool too. It's kind of like that we have subconscious patterns that are passed down through generations through our genes. And it's like in order to make our life better, we need to we need to like make a conscious effort to recognize them and like if
Break
they
them.
no, break them if we don't need them anymore. But
Yeah,
if they help us, then we don't have to break
of
them.
course, yeah. It's like
And
your
it's
external life and surroundings are reflections
mhm.
of what you're thinking and feeling.
Exactly. And it's also like I saw this blog once and there was this girl talking about how like whenever she sees someone or something, her first instinct is to judge them, but her second instinct is to like, why are you thinking that way? They're actually like there's nothing wrong with that. And
Yeah,
then someone told her that like your first thought is what you're programmed to think, whereas your second thought is who you actually are.
exactly.
And I think
Or
that's
how
very
you,
true.
yeah, it is. Or how you've been raised. It can also like,
Exactly.
you know,
Because sometimes you don't really have the choice. You know, you see
yeah,
something and you think of
it
it of
just
a
happens.
certain way.
Exactly, because you've been doing that for most of your life, and it's just how you grew up to be.
Exactly. But as long as you make a conscious effort to like not think that way or not believe that way, even if it comes to your mind, I think you're good.
Yeah.
And the fourth law is very, very popular right now. It's the law of attraction. And everyone is everyone and their mother knows about this law. And everyone's manifesting the 369 method. There's so many things going on right now. And basically, the law of attraction is the law of vibration in action. It's like you attract what you want to attract. What you set out into the world, that's what you're going to get.
Yeah, so in order to have things you desire in life, you have to work out how to vibrate on the same frequency as these things you desire.
Hmm?
Yeah, but
It's
what
like,
does it mean to like manifest something? Like, does it mean that you're thinking about it and that you want it, or that by just
exactly.
manifesting and you wanting it, it's gonna be there?
Okay, thank you
It
for
won't
asking
just
this
be there.
question. This question is perfect. Okay, so the law of attraction is kind of just thinking about it and telling yourself that you know you deserve it and you're going to get it. But the fifth law is the law of inspired action, which like kind of feeds on the law of attraction where it's like you have to take physical action to make your life better, to make your life what you want it to be. And here's a very important point why it's inspired action and not motivated action. Because when you're motivated to do something, it's something that you have to do, regardless of what it is. But when something inspires you, it's something that you want to do. And so the law of inspired action is just you taking actions that will lead you into the life that you want. You know, physical steps. Like you can make mood boards all that you want. You can make
Yeah.
vision boards. You can make boards on your Pinterest, but that won't really get you anywhere.
Yeah, unless you
Mm-hmm.
take physical action.
Exactly.
So it's
And
more
of
than
course,
just
actions that
manifesting
are in
it.
harmony with your thoughts and dreams.
Mm-hmm. So it's all more than just manifesting it. So the law of
It's so much
attraction
more.
and the law of
Yeah, it's
inspired
also about
action.
doing and, like actually doing
Exactly.
what you want.
And all of these laws are
Yeah.
interconnected because the
Yeah,
law of action
Mm-hmm.
is
exactly.
based on the law of vibration, and the law of vibration is based on the law of divine
Yeah, they
oneness,
all
and
have
so
certain
on.
aspects that are related to each
Mm-hmm.
other.
Yeah.
And I think in order for like manifestation in general to believe, is for you to believe in it, to think that it's actually going to work. It's, I don't want to say it's exactly like religion because I feel like that's going to offend some people, but like when you're doing dua, you have to believe that it's going to come true for it to come true.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, I
or it's
guess
just fair enough.
like the thing is like if you're gonna believe that you're gonna like manifest something, it's stupid to believe it's not gonna work because then that just goes against the whole thing, you know?
Exactly.
Exactly.
So I guess like that's like already there. But like I
Hmm.
do get you, like, some
Yeah.
people can just do like, oh, it's a joke, whatever. Oh, look, I have $1 million right now. That's it.
Yeah.
Where is it? Some people can do that.
Yeah.
I'm not really an expert on like manifestation and these things,
Hmm.
but like I do know, correct me if I'm wrong, but like you don't necessarily have to like ask the universe, right?
Not sure. I've actually never actually manifested everything. I'm very scared to manifest things because I'm the type of person that like if I manifest something, I'll be like, do I have this in my life because I earned it or because I manifested it? Do I actually deserve this thing? Deserve this thing? It's like the
Oh,
imposter syndrome. Yeah. So I'm
oh,
really
okay.
scared of
So by
manifesting actually.
manifesting, oh, okay, that makes sense. Like manifesting things isn't actually just reaching it by yourself. You're like getting help to reach it.
It
It
is.
can
I don't know
I
if
also
you know
just
what
be
I
like
don't
mean.
I just
thinking it.
don't think it is. It's just
Oh
a
yeah,
me
okay.
problem. It's not like a thing.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like people when people manifest other people into their life, that just generally freaks me out.
Yeah, it
Like I
feels
don't
like
get that.
cheating.
And I know, right? It's like, does this person actually like me, or are they in my
Yeah.
life just because I manifested them?
Yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I personally like I don't like do like any sort of like manifestation or whatever because like I believe you get everything through your own hard work.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just feel like there's no way anything can just, like, you know,
Appear
drop
or
on your head
something.
or whatever.
Obviously,
Yeah.
but I feel like manifestation, in a way, in like its truest form, is convincing yourself that you deserve what you're working for. Because a lot of people will work their asses off. They're just gonna think that they don't deserve what they get.
Yeah.
And so
Oh,
I think
Yeah.
manifesting is just like telling yourself that, I'm working hard for this and I deserve this.
So it's like
Mhm.
And
inspiring you.
obviously, if you manifest something and you don't do anything towards getting it or achieving it, then you're not going to get it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so moving on to the sixth law, it's the law of perpetual transmutation of energy. It just means that like everything you have kind of has a ripple effect, and it just kind of transforms into different types of energy. It's like when you plant a seed and like a tree goes out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like
It's like
everything you do.
it's like the smallest action can have the hugest effect.
Exactly. And that's why, like, in order to like actualize it and make it a part of your life, you just need to take small steps every day that not just make you a better person, but make you happier overall. And it's like the same idea of romanticizing your life. It's like thinking
Yeah.
your cup of coffee is the best one you've ever had, or thinking that this book is the best book you've ever read, even though you're probably going to read something after it that's better. It's just
Yeah.
being happy with what you have in a sense.
It's also kind of in a way related to the vibration law, because if you think about it, if you're vibrating at a low frequency, exposing yourself to higher frequency of happiness can like trigger energy transmutation in you. Does that make sense?
It does
Yeah, it
make
makes
sense.
sense. I feel like actually they're all so related. Like you can't
Yeah,
just do
like
one
I
or
said, they
like
all are.
yeah, they really are.
They all have like tiny things that are related to each other.
It's the law of cause and effect, which is also called the law of karma. It's really interesting though, because it's exactly like Newton's third law in physics. It's like every
Yeah.
action has an equal and opposite
exactly.
reaction. What a lot of people don't understand is that most of this is actually, it has like a lot of scientific evidence, like the law of vibration, the law of
Yeah,
divine
that's actually
oneness.
true.
Everything is actually based on science, and a
Hmm.
lot of the laws you see, especially Newton's laws and what's his name? He has long hair. I don't know his name.
Einstein.
Anyway, he's a physics guy. A lot of their laws are very interconnected with this. So yeah.
Yeah. This law is basically that whatever you put out, whether it's good or bad, you get right back. And I think we've all heard that ever since we've been kids. Have you guys heard that?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
don't harm
And I
Yeah.
someone
feel like
because
it's
you're
also
gonna get
related.
harmed.
Yeah, I feel like it's also is it I don't know, is it
No, like, for
related to
example, like when we were like kids and we'd insult anyone, like the teachers or like our parents would tell us, "Oh, that insult comes right back to
Yeah,
yourself."
exactly.
Oh
You
my
know?
god, there's this thing in Arabic. Lana probably knows it. It's like when you swear at someone, they'll be like, "المسبت ترجع لأبوها."
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, it's basically what goes around comes around.
Basically.
Yeah.
And it's actually very connected to the next one, which is the law of compensation. But it's a little bit different, and I'll tell you why. So basically, it just means that like you reap what you sow, and again, anything that you put out into the universe, you get back. But the difference between the law of compensation is that you need to be open to receiving whatever the universe wants to give you in different ways. Sometimes we expect something and we really, really want something, but then the universe doesn't give us that specific thing, and they try to give us something else, and we're like, oh no, thank you, we're good. But that thing that the universe is trying to give you is sometimes a lot better than what you wanted in the first place. And so you need
I
to
don't
be
know. I
open
don't
to
believe in
accepting
this one.
everything. Why not?
I don't quite believe in this one. I feel like it's like when someone says, oh yeah, if God's gonna protect me, then I'm protected. So I can just walk around without a mask
Oh, this
because
Hey,
is not
I
what
mean,
it
look,
It's not,
means.
no, yeah,
that's
it's
not
not
this
that's
like
is
not
what I
that.
understood.
No, that's not like trusting the creator with your whole
No,
life
it's
and
like,
everything. This
look,
is not
it's
that,
like,
you know?
let's say you win the lottery and you win a huge amount of money, and then you might think that, oh, I'm getting a reward, I'm gonna be the richest person ever. But then depending on how you lived, the amount of wealth could lead to a worse life. Get it?
I mean, like, see, the thing
Yeah,
is, like,
okay.
speaking from a religious perspective, like, for example, you
Huh?
don't know that whatever God gives you like for example, sometimes you ask for something and you don't get it, and the reason is because, like, let's say if you were to get that thing, it would be bad for you or would harm
Yeah.
you,
Exactly.
This
right?
is just
So
destiny.
It's
exactly. So
exact,
like,
but this is what it means. It's like when you like, let's say you put something good out into the world, and you expect to get this job promotion, but you don't get it, and you really want this promotion. But then, for example, a promotion is offered to you, but in another city, and you don't want to take this because you want this promotion in this city, but you're giving
Mhm.
up a perfectly good opportunity that the universe is giving you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, does that make sense?
You can think of
Yeah,
it as
that
in
does make
like
sense.
for the law of cause and effect, it like ensures that each of your thoughts and actions return back to you, but the law of compensation ensures the quantity and quality of those returns. So like how good or bad it is.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel like
So
it's
one way or
related
another,
that.
it's gonna get back. And one way or another, you're gonna have it back. But this law, it states if it's good or bad. Get it? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I feel like it's related to the quote where like it says everything happens for a reason. And
It
like
does.
some people
Everything just
don't
Yeah.
happens
believe
for a
in that.
reason.
Some people like don't believe in that and they think it's like just destiny, or they some people don't even believe in destiny. They think things happen
Mm,
because they're supposed to happen, not because they have a reason for it. You know what I mean?
yeah. So the next law, the ninth law, is the law of relativity, which we've spoken about many, many times on this podcast. So we're not going to get too much into it. It just means that nothing is inherently good or bad and that morality is subjective. If you want to
oh,
learn more about that, listen to our episode on morality.
literally titled morality.
You should go listen to it. It's really good.
Yes.
Okay, so moving on to rule number 10, law number 10. It's law of polarity, just saying that like everything has an opposite, and in order to feel something, we need to feel its opposite. Anyone care to elaborate? We've also spoken about this many times.
Yes,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
we
yes.
have.
means that.
Darkness, you won't see darkness until, wait, no. You
Oh
won't see the
god.
light until you experience darkness. And you won't
Oh my
feel the
god.
high
Yeah,
unless you know how low you can get.
Exactly.
exactly. So if one day you feel pretty, it's okay to
Lana.
feel ugly the next day, because same.
We were talking about this today. It's funny.
Yeah.
Okay,
It just
so
validates that this is a universe of duality. And there's always opposites to
exactly.
everything.
And
Yeah.
also, I feel like everyone is just so focused on being happy. Like, it's everyone's ultimate goal when it should be being complete. You know what I mean? Like, being a
Mhm.
person is having experiences, it's having
Yeah.
experience in general. And just being happy all the time will not do you any good. And if
Yeah.
you are happy all the time, it's going to be worthless and you're actually going to be miserable. So,
True.
just
Yeah.
saying.
And I feel like there is no set point of like where it starts and where it ends, you know? And
Mm-hmm.
that's like what marks this law because it's kind of the same manifestations but from different opposite perspectives, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think I know where you're coming from, but like,
You know?
You know,
you
you
know?
know.
Like,
you know?
like for example, I don't know if you guys taken this in economics, but like the rarer something is, like the more valuable it is, and like,
a
the more
scarcity.
enjoyable. Like for
It
example,
is
like
the
money.
main economic
Like
problem.
like for example, let's say money.
Uh-huh.
Why can't we
Okay.
just print money?
Oh
Because
my
if it's
god, do
not
not
rare,
start this conversation.
no,
I
because
hate when
if
people
it's
say
not
this.
rare, it doesn't
It
have any
loses its
value. Like,
value.
Let me
exactly. So
Exactly.
the more,
actually,
Exactly.
I hope Shinna is listening to this because I want to explain why we can't just print more money. Okay? So
Because you
what
need
people
gold
don't
to print money, right?
exactly, thank you. I've explained it. Okay. Do you guys want me to explain it or not? It's fine if you don't want
sure,
me to.
sure, go
No,
ahead.
sure,
Okay.
go ahead.
So every country has a gold reserve, okay? And based on
Yes.
the amount of gold they have, they can print paper money because it's easier and it's just a lot easier for people to use it than to carry around gold, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yes.
And
Hmm.
so a country cannot print more money if they don't have the gold to back it up.
Yeah,
Money
Otherwise,
is
exactly.
they'll have.
worthless. Money is just
Yeah,
paper, that's
exactly.
true, and it's worthless, but it represents something with value, and diminishing money's
Hmm.
value, as in paper money, diminishes the gold's value. And here's something I also want to point out. I feel like none of the people who say this argument think about this, but it's like, let's say I'm selling something for $20, right?
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
Fatima, you only have 10.
Okay.
So let's say they print more money and they give you $20. But that doesn't mean that now you're going to be able to buy my $20 product. Just
No, that's
in the
gonna rise
same
to you.
way, exactly, just in the same
Yeah.
way that you're buying it for you have 20, I'm going to ask you for 40. And so it's still going to
Exactly.
be
Yeah.
the
And this
same
is called
ratio.
It's the same
inflation.
thing.
Exactly. It's going to be the same
Yeah,
ratio, but you're
exactly.
decreasing the value of money.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
just proportionality,
Anyways,
literally.
exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so
This
back
is
to the
what the
laws of the
math exam did
universe.
to me.
So back to the laws of the universe. There's the law of perpetual motion. And what this basically means is like life is like a Ferris wheel. 1 minute you're on top of the world and the next moment you're on the very bottom. And it's just like, if you're having a good time, it's probably going to end. Sorry to be a bummer. But on the other hand, if you're having a really bad time, it gets better.
Yeah, it's that everything's forever changing, but our job is
Mhm.
to just embrace the ride.
Exactly. It's like something we talked
Yeah.
about last time. Nothing is constant except change.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And the
They're all
last,
related in a way where like everything happens for a reason.
yes, that's true.
It refers to like the fact that everything comes in cycles, whether it's biological or like nature, the seasons, the body's aging process. It's
Mhm.
just everything. And that nothing is
Yeah,
permanent, so enjoy it while
exactly.
like it lasts. And
And
yeah,
that sounds so
Mhm.
pessimistic, but like, doesn't that just make life so much more fun? I feel like it pushes people to enjoy things a lot more and value them because they're not going to last forever. If you have something, you'll be
yeah,
like,
exactly.
you're going to
Exactly.
take it
And
for
the
granted.
happiness is like a memory. Happiness is only like a memory. You're gonna remember a time where you were happy, but like you would rarely ever remember a time where you were like mad or sad because like again, happiness is a moment and you just live in it in exactly that moment. And then you're gonna remember it someday. Like maybe tomorrow
I
or
think it
after tomorrow. You're
depends.
gonna
Yeah,
I think
remember
it
it.
I mean,
depends on the type of person.
true,
exactly.
it does. Yeah,
Like,
it
for
does.
example, many people, like, they get sad for like 5 minutes, and that 5 minutes, khalas, they're sad for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like other
Mhm.
people, something bad happens, they pick themselves up, okay, few deep
Mhm.
breaths, yalla, let's get happy again.
Which is a
Honestly,
better choice.
I have a total of 4 memories. I'm not even kidding. Like, I don't remember anything
What?
that happens in my life. I don't know if
Same,
like I
that's why I take
block it
pictures
out.
of most
I
things.
don't know why if I block it out or something, but I
Okay,
genuinely
here's
have
where
like four
Sigmund
memories.
Freud comes in. Do you like repress all the others
Probably.
into like your unconscious?
Probably. No, but
She
like if you told me to tell
she
you
deletes
memories
them.
from my life, I'd be stuck.
Oh, same. I don't like, if
But I
someone
think
asks me what's your
everyone's like
best
that.
memory,
I
I'll
think
just
when you
remember
put
the
them
most
on the
recent one.
spot, yeah, but I think when
Yeah,
you
Not
put them
exactly.
on
even
the
That's
just
the
on
spot
the
and
difference.
ask
spot. Like
them,
I've
you
I've
can't
had
think
like
of anything, you know?
I've had in-depth thought of like memories and I just don't remember anything that happens in my life.
Oh my
And because
god.
there's nothing to like
Or like
trigger
I'll
it, like,
remember it, but it'll be like so vague. Like
no,
I,
because
I
like
won't remember
Yeah.
details.
your brain doesn't need to bring it out, so it just won't. Like, unless you need it. Like, for example, you're on a test and there's a question asking about it. Oh, okay, now your brain chooses to bring it out, right?
I
Or
don't
for
I don't
example,
need
like,
those memories. They can
Wait,
go.
wait,
I don't
wait.
want
What
them.
about
or like, for
nostalgia?
example, like you're in like a job interview and they're gonna be like, what was your experience with your last job? Like, maybe that's not a memory you usually think about, but you think about it at that moment because it's being asked for.
Yeah, or you just make it up.
Wait. What about nostalgia?
Girl.
What about what?
Nostalgia.
Yeah, actually, I don't know actually.
I don't know. Every time I see something that
Yeah, and it
somehow
like
remembering
triggers
my
a memory or
childhood.
something.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
I
Yeah,
trigger like
especially if it's
sometimes
like
even
taste or
smell.
smell. Yeah, taste
Yes,
or
Yeah.
smell.
smell.
Yeah, they
I
Bro,
like
feel like it
trigger
I
doesn't
like
can like
trigger a
smell
memory,
anything.
but like what it smells like, but it doesn't bring back the memory of
No, it
you first
triggers a
smelling it.
memory.
Oh, by
No,
the
no,
way,
it
by
it.
the way,
I
you
does.
think
guys.
it's different for all people. I think
I
like
Yeah,
guess.
for
maybe.
some it feels familiar, but then for
Mhm.
others they know where it's from.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or like, for example, like, like, for example, you could be seeing a puddle every single day and not think of anything, but then you see a puddle one day and oh, you immediately remember your childhood when you when you like used to jump into puddles or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like that's really interesting for me. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it
really
actually
interesting
It
is.
for
is
me
interesting.
too. Like I can smell something and then I would remember like something I didn't even know I had in my memory. Like I would remember
Uh,
who I was with that day or what did I do or
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
something
Or
Yeah.
oh
weird
my
I saw.
god, when you smell something and you just can't figure out what it is,
I hate when that
I
Oh
get
my
happens.
God,
so
I
yes.
hate it.
frustrated.
It's so irritating.
Like I will not sit down until I find out what that smell is.
I swear.
Yeah.
I'll be sniffing the whole place like a dog. That's how I am.
Oh my god.
episode about memories, actually. I think that would be fun.
Yeah, that would.
Yeah, maybe next week.
Okay, so on to the last law of the 12 laws of the universe, and that is the law of giving and receiving. And I think the law of
Wait,
giving is just
before you talk about it, I think this
Mhm.
is like this has been so controversial, but there like some think that the 12th law is about like giving and receiving, and others think it's about gender. Like I've researched about it and I've like on different websites people say the 12th
gender.
is about gender.
I've
About
seen
how
that.
like so we can talk about both, just in case.
Yeah, sure.
Look,
Okay,
what I really want to say regarding the receiving and giving and this topic, my opinion is that we want to give so we can get like the good feeling that we are good people, not necessarily because we actually want to do good, but because we think that it will
so you
be
think
seen
it's
as something
selfish.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kind of, sometimes, not always.
But I just want to say that it honestly just depends on the person. Like, I don't mean to be rude, but like, I feel like people who do this think that everyone else does it, but people who don't even think of this, like, it would never occur to them. But I totally
Yeah.
understand where you're coming from. But what I wanted to like touch up on is that like we all know how to give. Ever since we were children, we were always taught how to give, but we were never taught how to receive. I feel like a lot of people are afraid of making a connection with someone, or they're control freaks, or they have commitment issues, or they think that it's selfish to receive. Or they
Mm-hmm.
feel pressure to reciprocate, and so they don't know how to receive. And I think it's very important because the universe is never going to be truly balanced if you just give out into the world and you never take anything. I'm
Yeah,
not telling
I
you to be
agree.
selfish and take everything, but you need to take what you give on a
Yeah,
level.
maintain the balance. You have to allow both sides in you to have their say and get their way.
Okay, so do you want to talk about the law of genders?
Yeah, okay, so some say it has little to do with like genders, as in females and males, and the majority think it refers to the fact that there are two major types of energies. And I think I agree with that part. You can think of them as like masculine and feminine, or it's really common as in yin and yang. I don't know if you guys have
Oh,
heard of that.
yeah.
I'm sure you have. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's all about like we all contain a certain amount of both energies and must find a way to achieve a balance between
Exactly.
both
Or
to
Exactly.
like
like live
or like
happily.
not necessarily even like achieve a balance, or like which one you want to take, you know?
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
actually,
Which type of energy appears to like play in your life?
if
Yeah,
you've ever calculated your birth chart, they tell
I
you how
did.
many feminine signs and how many masculine
Yeah,
signs
they
you have.
do. Yeah,
And it's just generally like masculine, it's like when you think with your head, and feminine is when you think with your heart.
with your heart.
And that
Yeah.
might come off as a little bit sexist, but it's just kind of the energy and the aura of feminine and male.
I think we talked enough about the 12 laws of the universe, and I'm gonna wrap it up with this Einstein quote that I read once. And it says, everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality.
Exactly. Just, you know, work on what you want and work to get it. And you should get it. And if you don't get it, that's okay. There's other things. Anyways, thank you very much for listening to this episode of Hypocrisy, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you guys for joining us.